Hi, I welcome you all for my second video lecture on course Computer Organization and Architecture. I am Professor CMT Karthikeyan, working for Computer Science and Engineering Department, Government College of Engineering, Bargur. This is the outline for our today's discussion. We are going to discuss about BCD multiplication algorithm under the unit Computer Arithmetic. These are all the subheadings that will help us to understand BCD multiplication algorithmic process in a better way. First, we are going to discuss about the difference between binary and BCD and why we need to go for an BCD arithmetic operation. Then we are going to discuss about the prerequisites for performing an BCD multiplication. Then we are going to discuss the algorithm of BCD multiplication, and finally we are ending up the session with worked out example. What is the difference between binary and BCD? Whether the binary equivalent and BCD equivalent of a given decimal number are same? Certainly not. For an instance, we can take an example of decimal number 12. Its binary equivalent is 1100, but its BCD equivalent is 00010010. This itself tells that the binary equivalent and BCD equivalent of a given decimal number are not at all same. And one more inference from this example is any decimal number can be represented in BCD by a group of 4 bits for each decimal digit. Here for the decimal digit 1, its equivalent group of 4 bits is 0001. For decimal digit 2, its equivalent group of 4 bits is 0010. So now their question arises, which can be understood easily, whether in the binary form or in BCD form. So understanding the number in BCD form is very easy, since it is exact representation of each digit of a decimal number, but it is not the case with the binary equivalent. Then one more question arises, why do we need to go for an BCD arithmetic operations? We already know that computers can perform arithmetic operations on binary values. Now we are trying to make the computers to perform arithmetic operations directly with the decimal numbers with the help of concept called as BCD or binary coded decimal. Prerequisites for performing BCD multiplication. First prerequisite is we need to know about BCD addition operation and then decimal shift right operation. Why BCD addition? We know that computers perform or computers know only an addition operation. So obviously multiplication operation is going to be performed with the help of this addition operation. For example, computer is going to perform 3 into 4 by either adding 3 for 4 times or by adding 4 for 3 times to give the result as 12. Then we are going to discuss about decimal shift right operation. Now we will see the BCD addition in detail. Rules for BCD addition. Though we are going to try to perform arithmetic operations directly with decimal numbers, we are taking the help of binary number system. That is, we are representing our decimal numbers in binary coded decimal form. So there is a direct relationship between binary number form and BCD form. So we need to know the valid symbols of BCD form. The valid symbols of BCD form are 0 to 9. So the symbols or digits 0 to 9 can be represented in same manner in both binary form as well as in BCD form. If the number exceeds 9, there needs a change. We need to make a small adjustment, that is, we need to add 6 to each wrong digit so that it can be converted to a valid BCD digit. Now we'll see this concept through this example. Now we are trying to add the decimal numbers 34 and 47. We know that it is going to add up to 81. Now we are going to repeat the same in the BCD form. So 34 is represented as 0011 0100 and 47 is represented as 0100 0111. Now we will see how these two numbers are getting added. 0100 0111. 0100 is nothing but 4, 0111 is nothing but 7, 4 plus 7 is added to 11, which is nothing but 1011, which is not a valid BCD digit. So we need to add 6 to this digit to get a valid BCD digit. So while we are adding 6 to this digit, we are getting 0001 with the carry over to the next pair of digit 1. So here 0001 is nothing but 1, which is a valid BCD digit. Then while adding this pair of digits along with the carry, we are getting the result as 1000, which is nothing but 8, which is also a valid BCD digit. So we are bringing down this 1000 to the end result. So the end result can be read as 81, which is nothing but 81 in our decimal form. Yeah. Now we are going to discuss about the second operation called as a decimal shift right operation. We are already familiar with shift right operation on binary numbers. While performing shift right operation on binary numbers, the rightmost bit would be lost and we'll be adding 0 into the leftmost bit position. The same rule is going to be applied for decimal numbers also. While performing a decimal shift right operation, the rightmost digit would be lost. We are going to add digit 0 into the leftmost digit position. Please make a note of it. I am using a term called as a digit since we are dealing with decimal numbers or BCD numbers. Now we'll come to know through this example. 234, while performing a decimal shift right, the rightmost digit 4 would be lost and we'll be adding 0 into the leftmost digit position. Then we'll be getting 023 after decimal shift right. We are trying to replicate the same in binary coded form. 234 is represented as 0010, 0011, 0100. While performing the decimal shift right, the rightmost digit, that is the rightmost group of 4 bits would be lost and we'll be adding 0 into the leftmost bit position, leftmost digit position. That is, adding 0 is nothing but adding 4 zeros into the leftmost digit position. Now we can read the result, which is nothing but 0, 2, 3. Now we'll come to the algorithm part. BCD multiplication algorithm, as the name implies, it is going to be useful for multiplying two BCD numbers or two decimal numbers. This algorithm involves 4 registers A, B, Q and SC. The register A is going to perform an add operation and it is going to store the result back onto A itself. The register B is going to hold multiplicand value and Q is going to hold multiplier value. We already familiar with this multiplicand and multiplier terms. If you are performing 3 into 4, the multiplicand value is 3 and the multiplier value is 4. The rightmost digit of Q register is QL. This is very important to note down because the entire algorithm is based on the value of QL. Next, the sequence counter, it is going to hold the number of digits in the multiplier or the number of digits in the Q register. The process is going to be repeated until sequence counter reaches 0. This is the hardware configuration of our BCD multiplication algorithm. This is the AS is the sign digit of our register A. A is nothing but the overflow digit and these are all the 4 actual digits of register A. I have used a term called as a sign digit as we have used a sign bit in case of binary numbers. In case of binary numbers, 0 is used to represent positive sign and 1 is used to represent negative sign. In the same way, in BCD, 0 is used to represent positive sign and digit 9 is used to represent negative sign. In BCD form, 0 will be represented as 0000, that is used to represent positive sign, and 9 is represented as 1001, that is used to represent negative sign. So the next is BCD arithmetic circuit, which is going to perform an arithmetic operation, and if any carry occurs, that carry will be placed in register E. The arrangement for register B is very similar to the arrangement of register A. Then we are going to discuss about Q register. This is the sign digit of Q register and the Q register has 4 BCD digits. Note that the rightmost digit is QL. Now we have come to the BCD multiplication algorithm part. Multiplicand is stored in register B and multiplier is stored in register Q. Okay, so while performing the multiplication operation, if the signs of two numbers are different, the result is going to be negative. If the signs of two numbers are same, the result is going to be positive. Please note that we are going to handle the signs separately. It is not getting involved in multiplication processing. Here we are computing the resultant sign using the sign digit of Q register and sign digit of B register, and we are getting stored it in the sign digit of register A, since the result is stored in register AQ. Register A is cleared to 0 and B is cleared to 0, which is nothing but the overflow digit of B, and SE equal to K, which is nothing but the number of digits in multiplier or the number of digits placed in register Q. Now the actual algorithm flow starts. The entire algorithm flow is based on the value of QL. If QL is not equal to 0, we are going to add B to A, and we are going to store the result back to A, and we are going to decrement the QL by 1, and process is repeated. If QL is equal to 0, we are going to perform decimal shift right on AQ and decrementing the sequence counter by 1, and process is repeated until sequence counter reaches 0. If sequence counter reaches 0, the result is stored in AQ. Now we'll come to an worked out example. We are going to perform a multiplication operation as 2 into 10. Here the multiplicand is 2, which is represented in BCD as 0010, and multiplier 10, it is represented as 0001 0000 in BCD. Here B is holding the multiplicand value, and this is the initial arrangement. A is the most significant digit of register A, so it is initially having the value 0, and register A is cleared to 0, and Q is holding the multiplier digits, that is 0001 0000. S is going to hold the value based on the content of Q register. Here Q is holding two digits, 0001 0000, so it is set to 2. Now the algorithm starts. Look into the QL digit, it is 0, so we are going to perform decimal shift right on AQ register. So while performing a decimal shift right, this rightmost digit would be last. This digit is going to come into this position, and this digit is coming to this position, and this digit is coming to this position. We are adding 0 into the leftmost digit position, right? And then we are decrementing the sequence counter by 1. Now you look into the QL. Now it is 1, which is not equal to 0. If QL is not equal to 0, we need to add A to B, so which gives 0010. Then we are decrementing the QL by 1. Then this QL becomes 0000. If QL becomes 0, then we need to perform decimal shift right on AQ. So while performing a decimal shift right, this rightmost digit would be last. This digit would be coming to this position, and this digit is coming to this position, and this digit is coming to this position, and we are adding 0 into the leftmost digit position and decrementing the sequence counter. Now sequence counter reaches 0. This tells that we have come to the end of the result. Now the result is available in AQ. Now we can verify the result. 0000 is nothing but 0. 0000 is nothing but 0. 0010 is nothing but 2. 0000 is nothing but 0. Now we can read it as 0020, which is nothing but 20 in decimal form. Thank you for your patient listening.